inspires. The Hyundai Santa Fe.
No getting away from the network that always connects everywhere. This is Network 18 and you are watching CNBC TV 18.
Midcap Radar brought to you by Quicker. Sell, buy, rent or find anything. Tata Sky, isko laga dala to life jingalala. India First Life Insurance. Talwalkars, spreading fitness in over 50 cities. And Tata Arya, luxury that thrills.
Welcome back. This is Midcap Radar. I'm Lata Venkatesh and with me is Gautam Broker. The big numbers that came were the GDP numbers, a tad difficult to understand because though they said 7.7%, if you looked at the adjusted base, then actually it could be 7.2%, which looks like a slowdown. We believe the Finance Minister is speaking on the matter. Do we cut to Delhi? Alright, let's wait for the Finance Minister to begin speaking. In the meanwhile, let me apprise you of the top headlines at this hour. Markets shed some weight, but the Nifty remains firmly above the 4,950 mark, backed by strength in metals, rate sensitives and ADAG stocks. In expert opinion, CLSA warns that the bounce-back rally could be short-lived. A 10% correction on the downside is on the cards, and the Nifty could head down to as low as 4,250. April-June GDP looks good at 7.7%, but that's only because the year-ago number has been lowered. On old numbers, the GDP is perhaps up only 7.2%. Slowdown fears are not over, say experts. ONGC trades under pressure on news that the follow-on public offer is likely to hit the markets on the 20th of September. ONGC confirms that the board has passed a resolution. The prospectus is ready and waiting for the final nod of the disinvestment department. As the production halts at Maruti's Manesar plant and the strike enters the stoppage enters the second day, in a CNBC TV 18 exclusive interview, the management says it is confident the issue will die down soon and they will not lose out on market share. However, the outlook for the industry looks grim. Only an 8% industry growth seems likely for FY12. Well, that's as far as the news at this point in time are concerned. I believe we still have time to cut to the Finance Minister's speech. He could be making some comments on the GDP growth, which on the face of it looks like is not a slowdown, but which, when you look at the fine print, is throwing up some worrisome trends even on the capex growth. Well, Gautam, your first thoughts, markets and fine fettle at this point in time, especially the heavyweights.
Absolutely. I think in the oil space, which I track, is quite interesting. On one side, you have Reliance is up 4% and ONGC is down 4%, so they're countering each other. Big heavyweights, so it matters for the index. But clearly, ONGC has come off the day's lows. It's down about 4.2%, was down about 5% on opening. But there is clear talk that the government is likely to proceed with the FPO. The tentative deadlines have already been told to you by our reporters at CNBC TV 18. September 20 is perhaps when the FPO will roll out. But the only disappointment perhaps is that they are going ahead with it despite any lack of clarity on the subsidy sharing mechanism. Had that been in place, you could have expected the FPO to come in at about 280. That is where buy side was willing to buy it. But now people are talking of prices as low as 245, 250, which is why the correction today, because the stock price will gravitate closer to the FPO price, and then you could have a slight discount, which is why the stock is under pressure today. Let's see if the DOD finally takes a call. We just had the ONGC management a couple of minutes ago saying that they are ready with the RHP. It's just the call of the DOD and they can file the prospectus within 24 hours. Let's see if that happens. In the meanwhile, the IT space also demands our attention. Mahindra Satyam had last indicated that the merger with Tech Mahindra is expected by October. CNBC TV 18 has learned that it is on the lookout to appoint bankers to finalize the merger details. However, the tussle with the taxman may play a bit of a spoil sport. Kritika Saxena, who's scooped out the details for us, is here. Kritika, there's a lot of talk that the merger could happen, but but is this going to delay that process by a bit longer?
Well, yes, Gautam, as you know, ever since Tech Mahindra has acquired Mahindra Satyam, the main point that they have been indicating is that they want to settle off all possible liabilities before going ahead with the merger. The possibility of a merger has been around since quite some time. The last time Tech Mahindra's management came on the channel, they said that October is the timeline that they have set to begin the process. Now, there are two tax cases pending against Mahindra Satyam. There's a 617 crore case which is in the Supreme Court currently, and there is a 2,114 crore case which is currently in the Andhra Pradesh High Court. Of course, Mahindra Satyam has been contesting it, but the taxman has been quite certain that it wants the required. The basic contention is that they want the tax on the fictitious income, which is something that Mahindra Satyam is not willing to give in. So what we understand is that its legal authorities, the legal authorities of Mahindra Satyam have suggested that it would be more advisable to wait till the tax issue is sorted out. They are trying to negotiate the tax settlement with the taxman separately as well. So if that is worked out, then October is the timeline, but if that does not happen, we understand that the merger could again get delayed by a quarter, which means that the merger process will begin by Jan, and the entire merger to go through, of course, the period is around 6 months where you wait for the required approval. 2 bankers are likely to be appointed. They are still in the process. If they do want to appoint the bankers, they are likely to appoint 2 bankers within the next couple of weeks.
All right, thanks a lot, Kritika, for that. But at the moment, the Mahindra Satyam stock is not responding to that. Maybe you pull up Tech Mahindra as well. Any sense of relief that Mahindra Satyam is not coming on it anytime soon with those tax liabilities? We'll pull up Tech Mahindra for you in just a bit, and that may give you some idea. Why is it taking so long? It's a technology stock. It shouldn't take so long. Questions on the technology? Okay, it's not reacting to the story just yet. Markets meanwhile doing very well. Gautam, just a word more. Is there a sense in the market that there should be some cherry picking, especially in stocks like Reliance, or is Kotak the sole guy who has kind of flipped sides?
No, absolutely not, Lata. I think everyone is bullish on Reliance for quite some time. There is fundamental value, but given the overhang with relation to what's happening at the CAG front, it had gotten wrong terms with the government bodies, which is why people were a bit apprehensive on buying into Reliance. Kotak was perhaps the only brokerage or only person in the sell side, Sanjeev Prasad that is, who was bearish on Reliance for quite some time. It's quite a famous known fact that Sanjeev Prasad has been a sell on Reliance for many years. A couple of months ago he turned ad, but today the report says a full-scale buy. It's finally a buy. They believe valuations clearly are quite attractive, and at current prices the E&P business of Reliance is coming for free, because most of the analysts believe that the refining of the downstream business is valued at 600-650 rupees, and the kind of cash that they already have on their balance sheet, even if you discount it, you would arrive at the valuation that you currently have at the stock price. So 750, 720, that was the low it saw. At those prices, it was clearly a buy. From there, it's already given you a decent, 7-8% pop. Could have some more room to go, given the lack of clarity on T6, and the downstream business is clearly quite cyclical. So the valuations ascribed to Reliance by the market may be slightly lower. Sanjeev Prasad, in its trough valuations, that's 890 rupees a share, says the downstream should be valued at 5.5 times FY13 EV by EBITDA, and it's currently trading at just 4.5 times current year's earnings. So it's clearly a long way to go. So all of that's just a valuation call. Perhaps the only person on the sell side who was bearish on Reliance for quite some time has turned bullish on it. So it clearly tells you that valuations are attractive, but it all depends on market conditions, because it's a big stock, and ownership of this stock usually depends is a call on the market itself. So depending on that, Reliance will get more.
And there, of course, we have multiple views. We will get you one view. After this break, a technical expert will join us to tell you what you should do with the Nifty close to the 5,000 mark at 4,974. You have a 2-day holiday coming up. What's the near-term call and what's the slightly longer-term call? Salil Sharma will join us with his charts in a minute.
Binani Cement top stocks for generations to come. मनी का मतलब?
अरे हमारी